Hey VC, how's it going? So, just the other day, my good friend Chris Profi did a video where he showed his Monkees vinyl, and I thought to myself, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna show my Monkees vinyl. I haven't done a Monkees episode in a long time, and I thought, well, Chris started a thread here. Show me your Monkees vinyl. So anyway, I'm gonna show today, I'm gonna do my Monkees vinyl. So, gonna start off. This is my mono copy of the Monkees debut album. Love this one, not my favorite Monkees album, and more because it's been overplayed and the fact that it's got Gonna Buy Me a Dog on here. Not my good album, but not my favorite. Just seeing the Monkees episode so many times. So their debut mono. This is the stereo version of their debut album. Got stereo on the top there. And I've also got the, this is a copy from Run Out Groove. This is like the expanded version of the Monkees debut album. It's got two albums. The bonus disc has a Monkees radio spot theme from the Monkees, the TV version. This just doesn't seem to be my day, a mono TV version. So it's got a lot of mono TV versions of songs that appeared in the episodes as they originally were featured in the episode. So this is definitely a cool one. I've ordered more of the Monkees, but it's probably going to take about 3 years before I get it because it's the green vinyl and I think the orders are backed up. But nonetheless, more of the Monkees. This is my mono version of More of the Monkees, with the Monkees looking very cool in their J.C. Penney wardrobe. This is my stereo version of More of the Monkees. The Phenomenal Monkees. This is my mono version of Headquarters, one of my favorite Monkees albums, where they play all the instruments themselves or the musicians played under the direction of the Monkees. This is my stereo pressing of Headquarters. And then this is my Rhino re-release with a beautiful hype sticker here. This is one of the first Monkees albums that I owned, with the different picture there, which is very cool. Nice pressing of that. This is my stereo version with the shrink of Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Jones, another favorite Monkees album. This is the Rhino pressing of Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones. This is a stereo in the shrink version. This is the Cool Gems copy of Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees, which is a better album than I think it gets credit for. I love the diversity on this album. You definitely got Mike Nesmith, where his country rock leanings, just the versatility of Mike Nesmith as a songwriter, I think you start to really fully appreciate on this album. And then I've got the Rhino re-release with a beautiful hype sticker there. And you can really tell because it's got a black band around the back cover and the photos here are a little bit darker. One of my favorite Monkees albums, this is the Rhino re-release of Head. Love this album. It's very quirky. There's a lot of dialogue from the film in there, but I think it's kind of a charm when you've got and actually Jack Nicholson is the one who put together that album with all the kind of collage of sound from the movie dialogue. This, thanks to my good friend JC, this is my 33 1/3 Revolution per Monkey television show soundtrack, which is a bootleg because they never officially released this. In my opinion, that special, not the greatest, not a great way. This was the last contribution from Peter Tork, I believe. Not a huge fan of this. It's just the quality of the video is not that great. I think, like, you already beat that horse to death with Head about the fact we're manufactured, we're self-aware. Like Head, it worked. This TV special, I don't think it worked. And then you've got Brian Auger, who I'm not a huge fan of, who dominates. It's just a real psychedelic kind of a nightmare. And I don't know. But I love the Monkees, so glad to have that as part of my collection. Instant Replay, another very underappreciated Monkees album. Peter Tork was no longer in the group, but you do have some early Monkees stuff that dates back to like the More of the Monkees sessions. I Won't Be the Same Without Her, I believe, was like a 1966 era track. Don't Wait for Me is one of my favorite Mike Nesmith tracks ever. While I Cry, another fantastic Mike Nesmith track. You got the very weird Shorty Blackwell from Mickey Dolenz. I love kind of the psychedelic Through the Looking Glass. Teardrop City is a kind of a clone of Last Train to Clarksville, but still, I love it. You got Neil Young playing on You and I, a Davy Jones track, which I would have figured if Neil Young was going to play on any of the Monkees tracks, it would have been a track by Mike or Mickey, but still one of the hardest rocking tracks with the Davy Jones vocal. Love that one. And maybe my favorite Monkees album. This is the Rhino repress, still in the shrink, got the price sticker on here, but no hype. What happened to the hype sticker? Like, I've never seen a Rhino repress that's still in the shrink that doesn't have the hype sticker, so I'm not sure what happened here, but they did colorize the back of this jacket just to give you kind of a comparison, which the next album in my collection is the Friday Music pressing of the Monkees Present. Love this album. There's so many different styles on here. You've got Shorty Rogers, whose brilliant guitar work was on Valerie. He does Little Girl. He arranged Pillow Time. Just some interesting material on here, but I'm a big fan of this record. Changes. Not the David Bowie song, but only two Monkees here, and one would argue the least musically talented Monkees. But don't disrespect Mickey Dolenz. Mickey Dolenz was a great songwriter. Randy Scow's Get, anybody? Yeah, that was Mickey Dolenz. But this one, it's okay. It's better than the reputation it has, because Davy Jones was like, well, this is really an Andy Kim album. If you know anything about Andy Kim, not a huge fan of him, but this has got some actually pretty cool stuff on here. It plays really well. Oh My is a decent track. Ticket on a Ferry Ride, I like a lot. 99 Pounds, another great Davy Jones rocker. Davy Jones and the word rocker are almost, it's just very hard to reconcile those two terms together, but some good stuff on here. Midnight Train, which actually was redubbed onto one of my favorite Monkees episodes. I think it was called The Chaperone. But anyway, I'm a fan of this. I know some people are not, but I actually dig it. This is a compilation, Refocus, which is on the Bell record label. Cover's a little bit weird, but still an interesting curiosity. The Monkees' Greatest Hits on Arista. More Greatest Hits. This was actually the first, I got this on cassette, the very first Monkees album that I ever purchased, and then I found it on vinyl. Monkey Business with picture sleeve. Monkey Flips. I think this was this might have been the first vinyl Monkees that I ever owned. But some rare stuff on there. Monkees Live 1967. Real fun album to listen to give you a flavor for how popular the Monkees were back in the 60s. This is the Monkees Hit Factory, a double album, although it's not a gatefold. Not sure why, but pretty, you know, it's got some hits on here, but it also has some non-album tracks. Well, I would say non-album tracks, but I mean like deeper cuts that were on their albums that don't make it onto the typical Monkees Greatest Hits. That was then, this is now, the best of the Monkees. You can tell this is very much an 80s product where, you know, you've got the pastel colorized monkey photo there. You've got a couple of new Monkee songs on here, which are just pretty much bad 80s produced songs to try to make the Monkees seem with it or whatever. You've got Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere, Kicks, and that was on this. I mean, they're all right. They're not horrible, but, you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I really enjoy them a whole lot. I think this was like a television, like you ordered this off television. It's a double album. Like the sleeve is very flimsy. It's not a gatefold. There's 2 records on here. It's on the RCA label. There's no track listing on the jacket at all. This is all it is. But it, like, whatever, it's cool. I found it pretty cheap, and yeah, I'm glad I have it. And then I've got the Missing Links from the Record Store Day. The first one. Volume 3. They're out of order here. Volume 2. I'm sorry. And then Volume 3. So... yeah, that's my Monkees collection. Always looking to build on it. A couple things that I'd still like to get, but nonetheless, that's my collection. I didn't show any of my 45s. Hold on. All right, you want to see some 7 inches? Last Train to Clarksville, Take a Giant Step. Ooh, different. Last Train to Clarksville, Take a Giant Step. And then Daydream Believer, Going Down. Great single. So that's my Monkees collection in total. There you have it. Hope you're doing well. Take care.